Chris Royles, me and you Saturday, Merthyr Tidful, South Wales. Now you know what, son, I've watched your promo, very, very good, well done, very good, waxing lyrical, brilliant. You talk about how much of a good tag team we are. You talk about how many good matches we've had. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, well done. C+, I reckon, Chris, C+ on that promo. But you made a little fatal error, a tiny little mistake. Now, Chris Royles, the Mad Hatter, you know my personality. You've known me for years. You know I'm a grumpy, cantankerous little old git. And you know I don't like being disrespected. And here's the little mistake you've made. And you've rattled me cage, Chris Royles. What you said, well, what you did say, you didn't say you aspired to beat me. You didn't say you wanted to beat me. You didn't say you're going to try your best to beat me. You said you would beat me. In fact, you guaranteed it. You said it'd be your biggest moment in professional wrestling. I don't like people coming to me and trying to make their name off me or live off moments on me. You talk about your greatest moment being a defeat to me in London. Huh? And then you list your accolades in wrestling. You've been around a long time, son. This achievement, that achievement, this achievement. I could talk about my achievements. Problem is, there ain't enough battery on my phone to record my achievements, Chris. But you talk about your greatest moment, so I'll try and keep this short, concise and sweet, so I don't run out of battery. I'll remind you a little bit of who I am, and I'll talk about my greatest achievement. Perhaps, let me think, there's a lot to think about. Perhaps it was when I wrestled WCW, WWE, Smoky Mountain Wrestling legend Tracy Smothers for the Celtic Wrestling Heavyweight Championship in Cardiff, Wales. Perhaps it was then. I don't know, you know. Maybe it was when I defeated and pinned WWE superstar Eugene in Cardiff, South Wales for the Celtic Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Perhaps it was. I don't know, actually, you know. Maybe it was when I beat Tracy Smothers in Romney, South Wales for the Celtic Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Again, mentioning that South Wales, bit of context for you, you know, threading it all in, selling a few tickets while I take you to school. Perhaps my greatest moment was when I tangled with Mexican wrestling legend Juventud the Juice Guerrera. Perhaps it was. Yeah, it was. No, it won't. What about when I tangled with Japanese wrestling legend Ultimo Dragon? Maybe it was then. Or maybe it was when we tagged again and again and again. I don't know. Maybe it was that. I don't know. Perhaps, hang on. There's a lot to think on here. Perhaps my greatest moment is when I battered WWE superstar Carlito Caribbean Cole in Darlaston. Perhaps it was then. I don't know. It might have been. Hang on, now my greatest moment was when I won the PWL Tag Team Championships alongside the Rocker, Marty Jannetty. I got to be Shawn Michaels for a night. Perhaps it was when we won the tag belts that night, me and Jannetty. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Do you remember Gangrel, who led the Brood? You know the Hardys, Edge and Christian. Maybe it was when me and Gangrel, yeah? Maybe it was when me and him won the Tag Team Championships. Might have been then, I don't know. Maybe it was when, hang on, this is hard, man. Might have been when I wrestled Wordle Sport Wrestling Superstar in round Johnny Kidd, thrashed him in Luton, his hometown. Might have been then. Might have been when I wrestled Scrubber Daly. Might have been then. I don't know, that was a good moment. It was probably, I'll tell you what it probably was, having over a 200 match feud with the Rock and Roll Express Blondie Barrett, ITV World of Sport, TV star, world travelled international star. It might have been there, probably was there. Yeah, hang on, no, I'll tell you when my best moment was, Chris, I'll tell you when my best moment was. It was when me and WWE Hall of Famer Honky Tonk Man tagged in Darlaston in front of hundreds and hundreds of people and everyone went mad. It was definitely then Honky Tonk Man, yeah, me and Honky Tonk Man. Hang on, now, WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw, oh, Tim Duggan, twice we tagged, Darlaston sold out everywhere, Russell sold out, couldn't get anyone else in. It was probably then, no it was then, it was me and Duggan, Maury. Me and Duggan, yeah, definitely, that's my best. Hang on a minute. Oh, two-time Hall of Famer, X-Pac, me and him, bish bash bosh, yeah, X-Pac, yeah, that was my greatest achievement, probably was. Me and X-Pac, do you reckon? I reckon. Might have been when I battered Dick Togo all over Bilston, WWE superstar, ECW superstar. Might have been then. Oh, you know him, off the NXT? Mr. Wrestling, Johnny Gargano. Remember when I battered him for half hour all round Russell and pinned him in the middle of the ring? It was definitely then, current superstar, everybody knows who he is. Great moment for me. I reckon it was then. Perhaps it was, I don't know. Oh, it's hard, this one is. Oh, might have been when I made my debut, wrestling in Europe for the first time, when I wrestled in Greece. Might have been when I wrestled in Greece. Yeah, it was. Oh, what about when I wrestled in Austria? Might have been when I wrestled in Austria, Chris. Probably was. No, hang on a minute. What about when I wrestled in the United States of America? 2 tours. It was definitely then, America, it was America. Hang on a minute. What about when I won the European Championship of Wrestling in Lisbon, Portugal? That was my greatest moment. That was my greatest moment, I reckon. I reckon it was then. Hang on. No! What about when I won the World Championship in Tokyo, Japan? It was then. It was Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, it was. It might have been when I got my award at the British Wrestling Reunion for continuing the tradition of British wrestling. Wink, it was probably then. Yeah, it was that. But here's the truth, Chris. I just don't know. We can all stand and brag in a camera. But anything you can do, Chris Royles, I can do better, you see. Don't rattle my cage, and don't disrespect me, and don't say you're going to make your greatest moment on my back. Do you understand? Comprende, Hatster? Rattle my cage now, you have. I'll tell you what Saturday's going to be. Saturday is going to be my greatest moment. Mine! Mad Dog Maxx returns to South Wales, the place where he learned to work. He learned to make people cry and make people laugh. He learned to make people buy tickets, and he learned to make people buy his t-shirts. He learned the business in South Wales, did Mad Dog Maxx. You see, Chris Royles, when you were still in school, doing your science homework and getting detention for dreaming about being people like me. I was in South Wales, 3 major promotions. I had every championship there. Like Merlin and Arthur. I was the King of Wales, Chris Royles. And this Saturday, I'll look through you. I'll run through you. And I take my hat off. I take your hat off. And I put my crown back on! This Saturday, Merthyr Pro, Adrian Street's there and all, pretty cool, that is. Me and thee, the King returns. Let's steal one of your lines from your little grainy black and white promo, though. Enough talking, time to work.